momentum across segments. Joining in on the show, we've got Yogesh Kabra. He's the founder and CEO at XYXX Apparels, rather. Thank you so much for taking time out and being with us, Yogesh. Let's just talk about, the kind of changes that we've seen in preferences during the COVID times. Clearly, loungewear seems to be taking everyone's fancy. Have you seen this trend as well shaping up?
Yes. So, first of all, thanks for having me. So coming back to the question, we've seen, in fact, a very, very massive demand surge of loungewear and comfort wear as the large category. So just to give you perspective, in some of our items were waitlisted on major marketplaces till about, the wait list went up to 3,000-4,000 people waiting for a single pajama. That's the kind of, and we haven't seen that before COVID. So definitely a very big momentum towards people consuming more comfort wear, whether it's basic t-shirts, whether it is boxers, pajamas, all of this. And also, I would also tell you that this is across channels. So it's not that it's only digital. Even in retail, we see a very strong and a similar trend.
Right. So, how are you preparing for it? When you look at the inventory, when you look at the strong trend, what kind of investments is the company making so that, the customer has a great experience?
So that's the challenge with all industries. I think forecasting, like every other industry, is very tough, especially in times like COVID. No one knew what's going to be the final output, and the supply on the other side has always sort of struggled to catch up. We've been sort of slightly smarter. Even during the times. We followed all precautionary measures and sort of had production running at most of our facilities. Therefore, only so much you can do during these times. Now that the market's opened up and we have a fair sense of where the demand is actually going, we are doubling down on on inventory forecast. And I think, I personally have a view that this trend is not going away anytime soon. Partially, there might be some correction, but it would largely be a denominator, a baseline jump of at least 2 to 3x for the category.
Right, okay, that does sound fairly encouraging. And give us a sense as to how far away you are currently from the pre-COVID levels, and when you see, you said you've exceeded those levels. What kind of trends are you anticipating going forward?
Yeah, so I don't know if we are representative of the whole markets because we are one of the few digital-first innerwear brands. So we got back to pre-COVID levels in May itself. So just after 2 months, markets opened and we got back to pre-COVID levels. We have in fact grown about 4 times where we were at Feb this year. That's a month before COVID. So we've sort of grown pretty significantly. Now, why has that happened? Is the earlier part of the growth was led by digital, because obviously consumption was more digital. People were sort of looking for boxers, t-shirts, undies on all major marketplaces. So that was the big shift. And now pre-Diwali, I think retails also, at least for our category, has crossed pre-COVID levels. We've seen a 40% growth last month over what we had seen pre-COVID in Feb. So all across our category, which is the essential for fashion, is how the consumption has been, has sort of gotten back to normal faster than one would imagine, which is very encouraging.
We'll let you go on that note. Thank you so much for taking time out. Let's